We're looking at the latest high-stakes nuclear talks in Geneva between the US and Iran. It's a really charged atmosphere with lots of moving pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It seems the Iranian FM is showing up with, a lot of determination. No submission before threats kind of vibe, wouldn't you say?
Exactly, and he's bringing some real ideas to the table. He's emphasizing fairness, like he's saying, "I'm here to negotiate an equitable deal," while not backing down on non-negotiable red lines like their missile program.
I hear that. And on the US side, the buildup is pretty intense, isn't it? With warships, even a second aircraft carrier being deployed to the region.
Yeah, that's a major factor. The U.S. is clearly ramping up military pressure, and it's set against the backdrop of these talks in Geneva. It's like both sides are flexing muscles while trying to avoid an all out conflict.
Yes, exactly. I also noticed that the nuclear negotiations include some deep technical discussions with the IAEA. What's your take on that?
Well, the IAEA is in the mix because they need to inspect, key facilities, especially those damaged during past strikes. It's a real challenge ensuring safety, as there's a risk of radiation exposure from those sites, so an official protocol is a must.
Right, that makes sense. And then there's this whole point about Iran not agreeing to a zero nuclear enrichment policy. That's like a major sticking point, isn't it?
Exactly, that's a huge line for them. They see their enrichment process as essential, and their missile program, it's a complete non negotiable red line. They're pretty firm on not giving into, complete disarmament on that front.
Indeed. But don't you think if the IAEA were given broader access, it might ease some of these tensions by boosting transparency?
That's a good point, but there's a twist here. The IAEA has been pushed back on condemning the past military strikes on Iranian sites, which, frankly, adds to the mistrust. It's complex. On one hand, better inspections could ease concerns, but on the other, there's a lot of unresolved grievances.
Right, I can see that. It's almost like a high wire act between diplomacy and military posturing, isn't it? How close do you think we are to de-escalation?
Honestly, it feels like a ticking time bomb if they don't nail down some genuine concessions in Geneva. The presence of U.S. military might, especially after those IRGC drills in the Strait of Hormuz, really underlines how volatile this situation is.
Yeah, truly volatile. And then there's Trump's rhetoric, saying a change of power in Iran would be ideal. That kind of ramps up the pressure, don't you think?
Definitely, it adds another layer of confrontation. It's like every move on one side forces the other side to double down. There's a lot riding on whether these talks can pivot away from brinkmanship and steer into, well, real diplomacy.
Agreed, absolutely. Overall, clearly, these discussions and parallel military maneuvers are not just about nuclear policy, but the larger picture of regional stability.
Right, it's all interconnected. Nuclear negotiations, military drills, and even addressing broader conflicts like the situation in Ukraine. It's a lot to juggle, and every misstep could escalate the tension further.
Very true. It'll be interesting to see if, despite these tough postures, both sides can move towards de-escalation. The stakes here are sky high.
Absolutely, and keeping up a dialogue that balances power with negotiation is key. We're definitely watching a critical moment unfold here.
Yep, indeed.